battle for the new Speaker of the House is now begun now that Speaker McCarthy has been kicked the F out by Matt Gaetz and the rest of his folks surrounding him. So there's two new names that are jumping up for the job, and they're not new names at all. You've heard them consistently. One being Steve Scalise and the other being Jim Jordan. And they're gonna hold a candidate forum today to see who has the most votes, just to get on and maybe then have the rest of the process go. But as many people are describing, they both have their weaknesses when it comes to, I guess, appealing to enough folks to vote for them. Scalise, apparently behind closed doors, he and McCarthy are not good friends. And I had completely forgotten about this. This is why this is so interesting. Let's go to these details from the Daily Beast. The Louisiana Republican, Steve Scalise, had always been the clear number 2 of the House Republicans. But Scalise's eagerness to explore a run after McCarthy's first bid for the speakership faltered in 2015 was never quite forgiven. While the two were publicly close allies, privately, it was understood that Scalise had his eyes on the job. His team quickly launched into action almost as soon as McCarthy announced that he would not seek to win back their office last week after he was kicked out. Now, this same Steve Scalise who was shot at that softball practice, tragically, and he did survive, obviously. And now what he's going through, I think, is blood cancer, more specifically, a lot of treatments with that. He's has another health issue going on, and his name is still being floated. So that's one part about this, but then also the battle behind it. So when it comes to Jim Jordan, there's also red flags when it comes to the folks that may support him in the House. And these types of things are, I think, more standard for Republicans. They're worried that he hasn't had enough big name donors under his belt that are just willing to toss around money. Now, Kevin McCarthy, that's probably the reason he got it in the first place. He's got money to ready to throw. He's thrown $3 million at one candidate, another couple million at someone else. That always gets you the position. Here's what one Republican aide said about Jim Jordan's abilities. There's serious worries about Jordan's political operation, noting that the Ohio Republican has virtually no experience in helping House Republicans win competitive races against Democrats. That's code for doesn't raise enough money to give to them.
I saw the headline that said Jim Jordan has red flags, and I was like, oh, what are the red flags? It's like, is it a sexual thing? Is it a scandal? Is it something from his past? It's like, no, he doesn't have enough huge ass donors to throw money around. That's the red flag. Of course, with the GOP, that would be the red flag, is like, you don't have like billions and billions of dollars, just throw around to all the other candidates. Red flag, hello.
And only we get those kinds of $1 billion donations is from billionaires and corporations that throw that money around, and what they want for their chump change they throw at these folks is tons more back, and it always works out for them. Here's more of these red flags from Jim Jordan. While Jordan has clear appeal with small dollar donors in the conservative grassroots, Scalise also boasts strong relationships with the big GOP donors who fuel their top leaders and the party super PACs. Small dollar fundraising is a given for someone going for speakership, but the lack of major donor relationships is a major red flag for some members, said the senior Republican aide. Scalise, on the other hand, has been a key player in the House Republicans' efforts to win the House majority, and his campaign has raised over $75 million since 2017, much of which has been spread around to hundreds of incumbents, challengers, and other Republican organizations.
Oh, Jim Jordan's a little going the Bernie route. He's got the Bernie route of going small donations, and that's a major red flag to the GOP. Like, sorry,
he's got it on lockdown.
I'm sorry.
And let's keep it real. With Bernie Sanders and his push for all small dollar donations and get rid of these large donor groups, and across the board regular ways to campaign and not have it based on how much money you can raise from certain folks. There's plenty of establishment Democrats who didn't like that either, because politicians will politic in many ways. They politic from whichever side of the aisle is get as much money as possible, because we got to get the ad out. We have to pay a bunch of money so we can travel this way, and then have this really high-priced chief of staff or campaign leader. All these types of things they need to spend their tons and tons of money on, and regular folks just don't have it because we know where the money actually always goes.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.